Welcome back to your favorite English learning channel.
English Podcast Adventures.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and welcome back to English Podcast Adventures.
And I'm Sophia. We're so happy you're here today.
Today, we're talking about something that so many English learners struggle with: building confidence when you speak English. You know, that nervous feeling when you have to open your mouth and actually use the language.
Exactly. It's such a real thing. And here's the thing. Building confidence in English isn't impossible. You can absolutely do it, and we're going to share some practical ideas with you today.
Before we jump in, though, we want to let you know that we have a free PDF available inside the English Podcast Adventures Telegram channel. It has some really great resources and tips that go along with this episode.
Yeah, and the link in the description will take you directly there. Trust us, if you're not in that Telegram channel yet, you're missing out on extra learning tools, helpful resources, and sneak peeks at future episode topics.
Okay, so let's talk about confidence. What does it actually mean to speak English with confidence?
That's a great question. I think a lot of people think confidence means being perfect, right? Like you need to know every word and never make a mistake.
Right, but that's not really what it means at all.
No, not at all. Confidence is more about believing in yourself and being willing to try, even when you're not 100% sure. It's about accepting that mistakes are part of learning.
I love that. So it's not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable enough to take risks with the language. Can you give us an example?
Sure. Imagine you're in a conversation with a native speaker and you want to say something, but you're not sure if your grammar is correct. A confident speaker says it anyway. They might make a mistake, but they're okay with that because they know mistakes help them learn.
Exactly. And you know what? Most native speakers are actually impressed when someone tries to speak their language, even if there are mistakes. They're not judging you as harshly as you think they are.
That's so true. People are usually pretty forgiving and supportive. So what are some practical steps someone can take to build this confidence?
Well, the first thing I'd suggest is practice. And I don't just mean in a classroom. I mean real-world practice. Start small. Maybe you talk to yourself in English, or you practice with a friend.
Oh, I like that. Talking to yourself, that's something everyone can do privately. You can describe what you're doing, like, I'm making breakfast right now. I'm putting butter on high toast. Nobody's listening, so there's no pressure.
Exactly. And then once you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can move to slightly more challenging situations. Maybe you order coffee at a cafe and speak in English, or you join an online conversation group.
And here's something important. When you do practice in real situations, you're not just building confidence in English, you're also building what we call resilience. That means you become stronger and more comfortable with uncomfortable situations.
That's a perfect word, resilience. Because let's be honest, the first time you try something new in English, it might feel really awkward or scary. But the second time, it's a little bit easier. And by the 10th time, you're not even nervous anymore.
Right, it's like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So what else helps build confidence? I'm thinking about mindset too.
Oh, absolutely. Mindset is huge. So many English learners have this internal voice that tells them they're not good enough, or they don't speak well, or they'll embarrass themselves.
Yeah, that negative self-talk can really hold you back. What do you suggest for that?
I think the best thing is to recognize that voice and then challenge it. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, or I'm gonna mess up, stop and ask yourself, is that really true? Or is that just fear talking?
That's smart. So instead of, I can't speak English, you could say, I'm still learning English and I'm getting better every day.
Exactly. That's the kind of positive reframing that actually works. And if you're listening to this and thinking about your own journey with English, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and tell us what's one thing that's helped you feel more confident when speaking English. We read all the comments, and it's really nice to hear from our community.
Yes, please do comment. And while you're at it, if this episode is helping you, please like the video. It really supports our channel.
So let's talk about some specific expressions that confident English speakers use. There's a phrase I really like. I'm not sure, but I think, or I might be wrong, but
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Those phrases help you sound more confident because you're acknowledging any uncertainty, but you're still willing to share your thoughts.
exactly. Instead of staying silent because you're not 100% certain, you use these little phrases to ease into what you want to say. It's actually a super clever communication strategy.
And native speakers do this all the time. It's very natural English. Another phrase I like is, you know what? It's like a little transition that gives you time to think.
You know what? I think the best way to learn is by doing it, even if you're scared. See? There you go.
Yes. And then there's, let me think about that for a second. That's great because if someone asks you a question and you need time, you're not just sitting there silent. You're showing them you're engaged and you're buying yourself a moment to organize your thoughts.
That's gold. You know, I think a lot of English learners don't realize that pausing and thinking is completely normal and acceptable. Native speakers do it too.
Absolutely. Silence is okay. There's no rule that says you have to respond instantly. Taking a breath, taking a moment, that actually makes you sound more thoughtful and confident, not less.
Can we talk about body language too? Because confidence isn't just about what you say, it's also how you present yourself.
Great point. So standing up straight, making eye contact, and even smiling, these things actually affect how confident you feel internally. It's not just about how you look to other people.
Right. There's actually research on this. When you stand up straight and smile, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel more confident. It's kind of amazing.
So even if you don't feel confident on the inside, if you act confident on the outside, you'll actually start to feel more confident. It's like faking it until you make it, but it actually works.
And then there's practicing your pronunciation and intonation. If you know you're speaking clearly, that helps you feel more confident too.
Definitely. You know what's really helpful? Listening to native speakers and trying to copy them. Not in a weird way, but just paying attention to how they say things, where they pause, how their voice goes up and down.
That's called shadowing, and it's such a powerful technique. You listen to someone speaking English and you try to speak at the same time, copying their rhythm and pronunciation as closely as possible.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, the more you do this, the more natural your English sounds and the more confident you feel. It becomes a positive cycle.
I really like that, a positive cycle. Because once you start feeling more confident, you're more likely to practice. And the more you practice, the more confident you become. It builds on itself.
Speaking of which, if you're enjoying this conversation and you think a friend who's learning English might enjoy it too, please share it. One of the best ways to help others is to introduce them to learning resources like English Podcast Adventures.
We really appreciate it. Now, let's touch on something that's important: social anxiety. Some people feel confident speaking English in one-on-one situations, but they get nervous in groups.
Oh, that's very common. Group conversations can feel more intimidating because there are more people, more voices, more pressure.
So, what would you suggest for someone in that situation?
I'd say start by listening first. Don't put pressure on yourself to contribute immediately. Just listen to the conversation, get comfortable with the people and the topics, and then when you feel ready, you can jump in with a comment or a question.
That's smart, because asking a question is a great way to join a conversation without putting too much pressure on yourself. Everyone loves being asked their opinion or asked for their knowledge.
Right. And you know what? Once you've asked a question, you're already part of the conversation. You're no longer on the outside looking in.
Exactly. And here's something that helped me personally. I started joining online English groups and communities. The cool thing about online communication is that sometimes it's less intimidating than face-to-face, at least to start.
That's true. You can type instead of speak, or if you do speak, you're in the comfort of your own space. There's less pressure.
And then, gradually, as you get comfortable, you can push yourself into more challenging situations. Maybe you join a live speaking group, or you have a video conversation with someone.
It's all about taking small steps and celebrating those steps. Even if you just spoke one English sentence to someone today, that's a win. That's progress.
Absolutely. Progress is progress, no matter how small. And here's the thing about confidence. It's not something you build once and then you're done. It's something you build continuously.
True. Even advanced English speakers feel nervous sometimes. Even native speakers feel nervous in certain situations.
Right, so give yourself permission to feel nervous. It doesn't mean you're not confident. It means you're challenging yourself and growing.
I really like that perspective. Nervousness is actually a sign that you care about what you're doing. It means it matters to you.
So we've covered a lot today. Mindset, practice, expressions, body language, shadowing, community. Is there anything else you think is important for building confidence?
I think it's important to celebrate small wins. Keep a little record of moments when you felt brave or did something challenging in English. On days when you feel discouraged, you can look back at that record and remind yourself how far you've come.
That's beautiful. I love that. You could even do it in a journal or notes app on your phone. Just write down moments like, I spoke up in a meeting, or I had a conversation without translating in my head, or I understood a movie without subtitles.
Exactly. Those things matter. They show growth. And when you see that growth documented, it's so encouraging.
Definitely. So to sum up, building confidence in English comes from a combination of practice, positive mindset, understanding how native speakers actually communicate, and being patient and kind with yourself.
And remember, the free PDF we mentioned at the beginning, it has some worksheets and exercises that you can use to practice building your confidence. It's available inside the English Podcast Adventures Telegram channel. The link in the description takes you right there.
So if you found this episode helpful, be sure to check out another one. Just click the video on your screen.
Thanks so much for listening to English Podcast Adventures. We really hope this episode helped you feel a little bit more encouraged about speaking English with confidence.
And don't forget that free PDF with extra resources is only available inside the English Podcast Adventures Telegram channel. You'll find the link in the description, so make sure you join us there.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like and comment. Tell us what you're going to try first. Will you practice talking to yourself? Will you join an online group? We'd love to hear from you.
And if you know someone else who's working on their English confidence, please share this episode with them. You might be the encouragement they need.
Thanks again, everyone. Keep speaking, keep learning, and remember, confidence is built one step at a time. You've got this.
Thanks for being here with us on English Podcast Adventures. We'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks
Bye.
for learning with us. Come back for your next English adventure.